Hello everyone, this is Joe W. Today, I'm doing a brief review on Now That's I Call 60s and Now 100 Hit 70s. Now 60s came out in 2017, while Now 100 Hit 70s came out in 2020. The front colour in Now 60s looks fine. I quite like the outlining colours of the 60s logo, and it's surrounded by a lava lamp, a chair, and it has a 60s wallpaper at the background, so it's fine. Now 70s artwork looks pretty cool. I like the font on the 70s. I like the red colouring on the logo, and the stars behind it looks really cool. Let's get to the track lists. 74 songs on this album. Disc 1 has a good variety of songs from the 60s like Motown, pop, some ballads, soul, some early rock as well. And I have some favourites on this disc like House of Rising Sun, I'm a Believer, Baby Love, Builds Me Up Buttercup. A good variety of artists as well, like Disc 2, which also has a good variety of pop, a few Motown, soul, ballads, also a bit of country as well. I have some favourites on this disc as well, like I Got You, I Feel Good, It's Not Unusual, Summer in the City, a good variety. Disc 3 has a good variety as well, like some ballads, pop, early rock, Motown, and an early reggae tune as well from Desmond Dekker and the Aces. I also have some favourites on this disc as well, like Sugar Sugar, You Really Got Me. A lot of good selections of 60s classics on this one. Here's an advertisement of the no longer existing Now app. Here are discs 1, 2 and 3. I like the designs on these discs and the colouring is nice as well. Here's the back cover of Now 100 Hit 70s. I'll get to more of the track list when I open it up. Another advertisement of a no longer existing Now app. Disc 1 has a good variety of pop, rock, disco, some ballads as well, and a bit of reggae. I have some favourites on this disc like Killer Queen, Heart of Glass, Boogie Wonderland, December 1963, Oh What a Night. And this is one of those albums that has a Message to Rudy by specials, which surprisingly wasn't on a Now yearbook. Follow Now music on most of these social medias. Disc 2 has another good variety as well, from pop, rock, little rap, also some ballads, and some Motown as well. I have some favourites like Let's Stick Together, Rapper's Delight, Ain't No Stopping Us Now, That's the Way I Like It, and Good Times. I also like how Rapper's Delight and Good Times are on the same disc, as Rapper's Delight has a sample of Good Times by Chic. Here's more of a background on the right, which looks really cool. Disc 3 has a good variety as well, like pop, some rock, some ballads as well. I have some favourites like Fernando, Don't Stop, You Took Words Right Out of My Mouth, and Down at the Tube Station at Midnight. I like how the disc starts with ABBA and Fleetwood Mac, as ABBA sadly doesn't get licensed anymore, and the only Fleetwood Mac songs we see on the yearbook are Albatross and Say You Love Me. Wuthering Heights is on this album, which didn't make a yearbook, but now yearbook 78 has The Man with a Child in His Eyes. Here are discs 4 and 5. They also have a good variety as well, like disc 4 has some pop, some glam rock on this one as well, and a few ballads. Of course, disc 5 has a bit more disco at the beginning from Cole Douglas, and some early rock and some pop and a few ballads. Now, disc 4's favourites I have are I Want to Be With You, Down Down, Blockbuster. And disc 5 favourites I have are Kung Fu Fighting, Bye Bye Baby, Sugar Baby Love, Devilgate Drive, and Hold Me Close. That's all the track list. Here are discs 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I like how they all went from yellow to shades of orange to red. As for a few opinion changes since I first reviewed these albums, Now 60s, I've slightly warmed up to Marvelette's Police vs. Postman. I found it an average tune now, but I think the Carpenters did a better version of it, in my opinion. Now 100 Hit 70s, I would record Annie's Song by John Denver and This Town Ain't Big Enough for Both of Us by Sparks mid-songs, but I think they're both okay tunes now. I slightly warmed to those ones as well. And as for the albums themselves, Now 60s has a great collection of 60s classics from different genres. It's a fine decade for me, but I prefer the 70s slightly because I like more songs on this album. has a great variety of 70s songs as well from different genres as well. That's my brief review on Now That's What I Call 60s and Now 100 Hit 70s. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next video.